Welcome to Wednesday's July practice. If I tell you this practice is called Fire Up, I don't think you'll have to wonder too hard what we're going to be doing. But yeah, the summer is the season of agony or fire. We're going to be cultivating and building that inner heat through quite a lot of core work. So let's start taking it easy, lying on our backs. Okay, so just taking yourself down to the ground. You can have the legs outstretched or the knees bent and the feet flat. Bring your arms alongside the body and just rest the back of the head and the shoulders to the ground. Closing your eyes and just taking a moment to bring yourself fully into presence. So occupying your body and your mind. Immediately bringing your attention to the breath. And just beginning to follow the breath in and out through the nose. Just smooth, steady breaths. Equal inhales, equal exhales. Okay, one more breath. And then we're going to inhale the arms overhead. Really lovely big deep stretch. Drop the fingernails to the floor. Let the low back arch and lift. And then as you exhale, we'll just bring the knees into the chest. Okay, just hug them in nice and tight. Maybe catching a hold of your wrists or forearms. Really bringing the thighs onto the chest so that you've got a bit of rounding in the back here. A little bit of flexion. And then releasing the shoulders to the ground. I'm going to take the hands out, palms flat. Again, just draw the knees deeply towards the chest. Allow the shoulder blades to settle. And then as you exhale, you're going to take the knees down towards the right. So you're moving the knees as close to the right arm as you can get them. They hover an inch and then sliding back through center and taking the knees over towards the left armpit. Hover and gently rolling back up. So just taking the knees side to side, nice and slowly. Controlled. And we'll go one more time each side. And back to center. Okay, from here, let's stretch the legs up into the air. I'm going to flex the feet, take the arms overhead, inhale, and then we're going to lift the head and shoulders and bring the arms forward with the palms facing the ceiling. Okay, so as we lift our head and shoulders a little bit higher, we draw the belly into the spine. Okay, take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the right leg. And then you're going to lift the chest towards the left leg. Lower the head and shoulders, still hovering above the floor. And then exhale, bring the right leg back up. And again, dropping the left leg down. Lifting the chest towards the right leg. Releasing the head and shoulders to a hover. And then bringing the left leg back up. So we're going to keep going with that. So take an inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release. And inhale, bring the right leg back up. Again, inhale, head and shoulders. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, lift that chest a fraction more. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg. Let's keep that going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. A little bit higher, a little bit lower. Inhale, lift. And one more each side. Last one, a little bit higher. And then with relief, let's hug our knees into our chest, lower head and shoulders to the floor. Let's take a deep breath in and a sigh out the mouth. Let's have one more of those. Okay, so we're going to take the arms back out to the side, palms flat, shoulder blades settled, legs up into the air. And this time we're going to take spinal twist, but with the legs straight. If it feels too much, remember we can go back to the bent knee version. So legs straight, inhale, feel the back flatten, and then exhale, start to bring the outside edge of the right foot, maybe towards the right fingers. And then inhale, lifting back up, engage the core. Exhale, taking the legs over towards the left hand. Maybe the outside edge of the left foot even lands on the left hand. Try and keep that right shoulder on the floor. Inhale, press through the hands, engage the core, lift back up. Exhale, dropping over to the right. Feet to hands. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And we'll go for one more each side, lifting up. Lowering down. Last one, picking up those legs, working that core. And exhale, lower. Back up. Bring the knees to the chest and have a little hug. Let's take a few little circles here as well. So you're probably already feeling a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth building. I certainly am, and the other direction. And while we're here, let's just add a few little leg drops as well. So again, extending the legs up to the sky. We can keep the arms by the side or out in line with the shoulders, doesn't much matter. We're going to kind of lower our legs down towards the floor to a hover without allowing the low back to lift. So as soon as you feel any lifting in the low back, just stay, keep the legs where you feel that lifting. Okay, so pull the belly into the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, start to drop the legs back down towards the floor, pull the belly in, and then lift back up. You could even kind of hold the edges of the mat for a little bit of extra support, keep flattening the low back into the floor, and lift back up. Exhale the legs down. Inhale, lift back up. Two more. Flatten the back. Remember, you can stop here. You don't have to come all the way to the floor. Last one. And up we go. Very good. Bend the knees. Let's just take some circles this time. One hand on each knee. Circle the knees away from each other, just opening out through the hips a little. And then let's go in the opposite direction. Okay, let's be getting up now. So holding behind the thighs, we're going to rock and roll our way up into a boat pose, if we can. Feel free to use your hands if you need to. So rolling, 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 and then sitting upright. Okay, so bringing the knees together, right? We can hold behind the knees for support. If your low back hurts or it's achy, put your feet on the floor. Try not to round here. So try to lift the spine, lift the low back in the belly, taking the arms out, drawing the knees towards each other, putting a smile on your face, and keeping the chest lifted. So just imagine you're a swan, and all everyone can see is your head, and it's serene, and it's soft and unwrinkled and uncreased at the brow. There's a smile on your face and joy in your heart. And one more breath, and then we're going to roll our way into a forward fold. Or we're going to attempt to. So put the feet down, lifting on up, and find your forward fold. Let everything hang, and let's just take a swing and a sway. You can draw the infinity symbol with your sit bones. Okay, and then inhale, flat back, draw the belly up towards the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, put the hands down, stepping back to plank. Send the heels away, deep breath in. And then exhale, let's drop the knees lower to the floor. Drop the chest between the hands, tuck the elbows in as you peel up into your cobra. You might kind of want to do a little bit of shoulders, just moving. This will probably feel quite nice after all the kind of core on the floor work. And then rolling back down onto your bellies. And we'll move to a downward facing dog. Okay, so just pedaling it out here. Pressing one heel to the floor and then the other. Okay, so let's come into our first little flow. So spreading the fingers, sending the hips up and back, rolling the outer arms in. On an inhale, let's lift the right leg. We're going to take 3 knee to the right elbow. So coming forward, tapping the right knee to the elbow, and then exhale as you send it back. Inhale as you send it back. Exhale, come forward, tap if you can, shoulders move over the wrists, and then press up and back. And again, coming forward, and sending it back, nice control. This time we're going to step the right foot outside the right hand. We'll turn the knee and the foot in the same direction, coming into lizard. Let's drop the knee and just circle here a few times, opening up into our hips. Lovely. Now, okay, now from here, we can tuck the left toe, pick up the left knee. We'll step back into a plank. Now, in our plank, press away from the floor. Send the heels towards the back of the mat. Now, you can stay here, or we can take the right hand to the left shoulder. Try not to turn the hips as you do that. Try and keep the hips pointing to the floor. Wrist under the shoulder. And release. Okay, again, staying where you are, or bringing the left hand to the right shoulder. So square the hips, press the heels away. And lower the left hand and press back to downward facing dog. Nice, we'll take a breath in through the nose and out the mouth. Bend the knees, look at your hands, hop, skip or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold, press down, sweep the arms out and up. And hands to the side. Okay, and again, inhale. Exhale, hinging forward, chest to thighs. Inhale, belly in. And exhale, plant your hands, step one foot back, step the other foot back. We're back in our plank. Okay, send the heels away. Press away from the floor. And again, we'll just repeat exactly what we did. We either stay here, or this time we're going to take the right hand to the left shoulder. Breathe. And release. Left hand to right shoulder. Watch what those hips are doing. Okay, left hand comes down and press the hips up and back. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg. And again, we take 3 knees to the right elbow. So exhale as you come forward, tap, look forward, and stretching out back. And again, exhale with control. Okay, this time, same again, we're going to step the right foot between our hands, not to listen this time. We're actually going to come up into more of a lunge. So fingertips on the floor here to begin with. Drawing the inner thighs in, belly in. Okay, now take the weight onto the right foot, engage the thighs. And you're just going to take the arms behind you, opening out the hands, bringing the shoulder blades in. So the weight is on the right leg. The back heel is lifted. You might need to bring it in a little. And from here, we're going to sweep the arms forward, frame the ears, keep reaching like an arrow. You can feel the fire in those legs. And then exhale, hands to floor. Woo. Stepping back to plank. Okay, this time let's think about side plank. So press away from the floor. Your options are, I think we'll go left leg first so it'll be easier for you to see. You can either drop down onto the left knee and turn your hips to face the long end here. And so that's your option one. Option two is with staggered feet. You can turn onto the outside edges of the left foot, the inner blades. Stagger the feet, lifting up here. Or you can put one foot on top of the other. Open out the hands, press the hips to the sky, breathe. Keep plugging into the left hand. Okay, right hand comes down to the floor. We'll do the same thing on the other side, so either dropping to the right knee, turning the hips, stacking left on top of right. You could be here, or you can be in any other form of side plank. Press into the right hand, lift up through the left fingers, maybe looking up to the left thumb, breathe. And look down, take the left hand to the floor. This time should we take a vinyasa, so we come forward, either to chaturanga or onto bellies. Inhaling to cobra up dog, and exhaling downward facing dog. Okay, we'll take a breath or two here. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, get long. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, stretching out. And exhale, curling up. So inhale, take the leg back. This time we'll come forward with the left foot. Fingers to the floor, setting yourself up here, pulling the heart forward. That's it. Pulling my top down. Okay, so stretch out for the back leg. Nice, you're going to take the fingers off the floor, take the hands behind, open out the hands, spread the fingers. Again, of course, you could stay here, or you can start to sweep the arms forward to frame the ears, turning yourself into an arrow lunge. One more breath. And exhale, take the hands to the floor, step back to plank. Okay, we'll do right first this time, so either dropping onto your right knee and taking a supported plank, or moving onto the inside blades of the right foot, press into the right hand, lift up. Breathe. Okay, exhale the left hand down. Coming onto the left knee or the inside edge of the left foot, stacking or staggering, pressing up, getting light through the hips as you push them to the ceiling. Breathe. Okay, look down, take the right hand down. Okay, we'll take a vinyasa, so shifting forward, bending at the elbows, pulling the heart through, and downward facing dog. We'll take a couple of breaths here. So big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again. One more. Bend your knees, look at your hands, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, press down for the feet, sweep the arms out to the sides, all the way up, and hands to your side. Okay, let's take the feet a little bit wider, so toes out, heels in. We can press the hands together, and we're going to come down into a yogi squat here. So we're sitting down, dropping the tailbone. Don't worry if the heels don't land. You can always put something under your heels or just hover. Okay, we're going to again drop into a boat pose, so some form of boat pose. So kind of dropping your bum to the floor, lifting your feet. Now this time we're going to attempt to go from this high boat into a kind of low boat. So we're going to extend the legs, we'll take the arms, and the arms are going to come out to the side behind us. We're going to lower down to the floor, and then we're going to come up. That's it. And again, so we lower slowly down to the floor, we take the arms out to the side, maybe keeping the head lifted, and then bringing everything back in. And again, so slowly, slowly out we come, arms to the side, fingernails on the floor, and exhale to bring everything back in. 2 more. I'd like to say I like these, but I would be lying. Oh, okay, and lower the feet to the floor. Just allow the back to round. Just take a moment here. Okay. Let's roll ourselves back up into a forward fold. So take the hands behind the thighs. We'll roll a couple of times. And then our feet are going to land. We're going to come all the way up and fold over our legs. Okay, hands to floor. We'll step back to downward facing dog. Okay, opening out the hands, drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. Engage the pelvic floor. We're going to lift the right leg. This time we'll take with only one knee to the elbow. Come forward, tap them together, and then send the right leg back. Right leg steps outside the right hand. Okay, finding our lizard here, lift the chest. We're going to drop that left knee down to the floor and tuck the toe maybe. Again, just a little bit of movement. And then seeing as we're here, we might even try and take a bit of a diagonal splits. So start to see what happens if you start to stretch that right leg out at all, any amount. Yeah, you could even walk your hands back to frame the leg if it helps at all. Okay, and then bring the right hand back. We're going to start to bend the right knee, flatten the foot, untuck the left toe, lift the left knee, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot behind the right thumb. Organize your feet so they're train tracked, lifting up to high lunge. Just one breath. Hands to floor, stepping to plank, coming to forearm plank. And we're going to do forearm side plank. So we're going to roll onto the right forearm, take the left hip on top of the right, stack the feet. Either taking the left hand to the hip or lifting it up, up, up. Breathing here. Try not to drop into, sink into that right shoulder. Keep pushing away from the floor. Okay, coming back through forearm plank in the middle, and then rolling onto the inside edge of the left feet. Again, we can stack or stagger. Press into the left arm, right hand on the hip, or lift it up. Find that swan smile. Look down at the floor, take the right hand down to the floor, press up, and downward facing dog. Just take a little pedal, and let's get excited about our left leg lifting. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, tap it there, and then stretch it out. Okay, left foot outside left hand, right knee lowers, We circle in space a little. And it's completely fine to stay here in your lizard if that suits you better. Otherwise, you can start to slide the left leg towards any version of straight. Breathe into what you find here. You could again frame the legs or bring it back. Okay. Then tuck the right toe. Start to bend the left knee to bring it back to lizard. Lift the right knee. Three-legged dog, sweeping it up. And exhale, step the left foot forward. Separate your feet hip distance, draw the belly in as you lift up. Breath here. And exhale, hands to floor. Step the left leg back. Okay, going back to something we did at the beginning. Excuse me, either staying here, bringing the right hand to the right shoulder. Is there any chance of lifting the left foot? Wobble, wobble, and release. Okay, and lifting with left hand to right shoulder, lifting the right foot. Breathe. And lower. Let's take a final vinyasa here, shifting forward, bending the elbows, either lowering all the way or half the way, shooting through into our cobra up dog, and then pressing back to child's pose. So the knees can be wide or they can be together. Just find a moment to rest. Focus back onto the breath. Two more. Okay. Let's start to walk our hands towards our legs. And we'll come to seated or kneeling. Doesn't much matter which. We'll just finish the physical part of the practice with a little twist. So we'll just take both hands towards the right, lift the chest, spine long as you start to look over the right shoulder. And then start to look forward. And we'll turn to the left. Okay. So left hand behind. Pull the shoulders down. And release the front. Okay, so because we've done quite a warming practice, that's an understatement, we're going to do a cooling breath. This is called Satali breath. And with Satali breath, you either roll your tongue, unless you're a gene mutation, and you breathe in through a rolled tongue. If you can't roll your tongue, you breathe in through pursed mouth, as if you're breathing in through a straw, and everybody exhales out the mouth. So we'll do a few of those just to cool the breath, cool the body. So sit in any comfortable position, kneeling, seated, hands on your thighs, relax the shoulders, allow your spine to be upright, and then let's take a full breath in and out before we begin, through the nose. And breathing in through the mouth, and out through the nose. In through pursed lips, and out through the nose. Keeping it going. And let's go for 2 more breaths. And then just release the breath and allow the breath to become natural. And then let's just bring the hands together in front of our heart and thank ourselves for the practice and our bodies for what they do. And then inhale, send the arms up. And namaste.